Hey everybody, I'm Steph.
The name's Michael. I was sitting in a bar in the middle of Fort Wayne, Indiana. In walks Bono and the Edge. The bartender says, "Oh no, not you two again."
You gotta get out of here. Tate liked your joke.
Yeah, that's right.
So today we're gonna show you a little bit about Detective Season 1.
Season 1.
This game just came out, Portal Games, and if you are a fan of the original Detective Modern Crime from Portal Games, then I think you'll really enjoy this. So you don't need to have any experience with the first one in order to enjoy this one. There are 3 individual cases in this box, and so we're gonna walk through like a little bit how to play and what you're going to be doing to try and solve these cases. Now, we are no detectives because we played this first case and we only scored a 4 out of 18.
I'm a detective.
Not a very good one. Maybe for Halloween you'll be a detective.
Actually, this is part of my Rorschach costume. I had one of those masks where the face would move every time I'd breathe out.
Oh.
It was like activated ink that would disappear when it gets warm and reappear when it gets cold.
So you breathe on it.
And so I would breathe and the mask would change. And it would be sort of like the Rorschach face for the Watchmen, for any of you who are familiar with that. So anyway, this is part of that costume. So I've got like a white turtleneck that goes with it, and a scarf, and a gun, and a diary, and a can of baked beans, as you have to have when you're Rorschach. Anyway, this plays 1 to 5 people.
Jeez, that was really off topic.
Well, you were talking about not being a detective, and I am clearly a detective.
Maybe in disguise.
Perhaps.
Yeah, so this is Detective.
Detective.
Season 1.
That's right. The game is detective, not good detective. We can be bad detectives.
That's true. Yeah, we're really bad detectives.
We are bad detectives.
But we have fun doing it.
Exactly.
So that's what matters. What's great about Detective is that, so in the original, the games would last about 3-something hours to try and puzzle it all together over weeks of time. Now, what they did is they took...
No, weeks of time. It would be days in the game.
Oh, yes. I thought it was like weeks. It was like week 1, week 2, but maybe it was
day
1,
day 2, day 3.
Anyway, in
this
this game,
1 day.
You have 1 day. So you have 20, in the first scenario it's 22 hours, but it looks like there's opportunities for more hours in the other cases. So you have basically like very limited time to do all the research you need to do in all these cards. Now, you could let me jump to the game so we can show you up close.
To the game.
So this is the deck of cards, and you won't go through all these cards. You're going to go and see maybe 12 of these cards.
Probably.
It's like not much. So you got to really pick and choose what you want to see and how you want to spend your time, because you're not going to see it all. And you might think you know what's going on like us, but, in the end, you're just going to fail miserably. Or maybe you'll do better than us. Hopefully, you'll do better than us.
So each of these cards requires that you be at a certain location, and it will take a certain amount of time. Here's the catch. You won't know how much time is going to elapse for each card. For example, this card 114 will have a time over here. Might be 1 hour. Might be 4 hours. Might give you good stuff. Might be useless. Yeah. And you just don't know because you can't look at that ahead of time.
You think it might lead to something, and then it ends up like it gives you like this awesome clue, but then is it really a clue? Or is it just like
misleading,
backstory, coincidental, like evidence that could be, helpful or not? So what we're going to do is basically read the first card, right?
Right. Well, actually, read the scenario.
You read the scenario and the rules, and it tells you what you start off with.
Right. So first off, season 1 contains 3 scenarios.
Yeah. So this is just one of them.
And they're really good bite-sized scenarios.
It's like 90 minutes. That's what's so great. That's what I like.
If you're familiar with the length of maybe the Exit series or Unlocks or any of those type, it will give you probably a little bit around that same play length, maybe a little bit longer. and not as many of the puzzles, but you're still trying to piece together the information.
It's fun to work together and try and like give your theories on what's happening and like put together the timing of the situations that you're figuring out, and it's kind of fun to play, the Bones character or the Castle character.
Yep.
I love all my cop shows like that. So I like trying and I just fail. So do you want to read the intro of this?
Yes, I will. I was going to explain.
Natural causes.
So you're going to start off with 22 hours in this scenario.
Yeah.
It'll tell you on case setup here at the very bottom. It will tell you exactly how much time that you need to put on the time track. It'll
And
say where the car starts.
Yeah.
When you're doing actions, you can do any of the locations. Any of the actions at that location, and you won't have to move. But if you have to move between locations, that's going to burn an hour right there.
I know, so don't move.
Don't move.
Just stay on the campus the
Stay
whole time.
there as much as you can. Well, you might not find out everything.
Yeah, you need to piece together the information.
We will also have several portraits. For case 1, they'll all be in this deck. And if for some reason something says choose card 6, you're going to get
this person here.
I
don't really know
We don't know anything about her.
We don't really know how that helps.
Not yet.
There's no dark light or anything that will tell us something that we need to know about these people.
But if we see something that says perhaps, you meet a man with, a guy with dark eyes attacked me, and you see this guy and he's clearly got blue eyes. Well, it's probably not that guy then.
Probably not that guy.
Or, hey, this guy had a scar on his face somewhere. And you'll see a guy with a scar, but is it really that guy?
Sure.
So.
Yeah, see, I'm not good at stuff like this.
Right. So, also with this game, you're going to have access to the internet. Because the case files a lot of the information is going to be found and stored on the Antares database. That's basically like the police criminal database, which is the database that you guys are using. It actually exists on the internet, antaresdatabase.com. And if you don't already have an account, you should make one there ahead of time. If you've got a game group, you don't want to have to sit there and mess around with creating a username and a password and all that other stuff. But once you actually do get logged in, you're going to come to a page like this. It'll say Antares NIA database. And as you scroll through, you'll see the original.
That's one of the first
original
cases.
Detective.
Yeah.
You'll see LA Crimes.
Oh, yeah.
Scroll down, you'll see Dig Deeper, which I believe was a standalone.
I think that's just coming out, too. That's just right now.
Yeah. Suburbia, which is a test case, sort of like a demo, which you can play even at home.
Yeah, you can just try it, print out the cards and stuff.
Yeah, you can download all of the information you need.
On Portal.
It'll be on a zip file, and you can print it off, everything that you need.
Yeah.
And you'll click this link, and it will take you to the right place. Right there, right here on AntaresDatabase.com. Make sure I had the link right. And when you get to the bottom, here's natural causes. If
This
You've
is
already
the first
played...
case in the detective.
Correct, and if you scroll over, you'll see the other 2 cases you can have. Once you've played through a case, as you'll notice, it will say reset campaign at the very top, and if you click that, it will erase everything that you've done.
Which we could do that again because I remember nothing from that.
Right. Well, fortunately, I've already reset the case.
Oh.
So you'll click on it, and this is actually where you will input everything into the database. If you find a file, it'll say
enter this in
read files at 100, and you will select files and at 100.
At
and
100.
Boom, it's going to pop up.
It's going to tell you everything you need to know.
Yep. And anytime you access the database, it's free information. It doesn't cost you any time on the clock.
Nice.
So you definitely want to do that as much as you can.
Sure.
If you find a fingerprint or DNA trace or something like that, you can put that in there and it will come up with this DNA signature. It'll be this sort of encrypted code. If you get another encrypted code that matches, hey,
that could be really
good. This fingerprint for
incriminating
Bono
people.
is this fingerprint on this mug. So yeah, maybe he was
that will help in your end
scoring.
With all the information you can find and gather will help with your end game score.
Exactly.
Which obviously we failed miserably.
Oh yeah, we did. We also have to choose
A character.
One of these 5 fantastic characters.
And they don't serve any real significance versus the other detective where each person had their own power.
Well, they do have abilities on here.
They have a backstory.
Archivist, which he has a backstory, but no real power.
Right.
So I think for this time, I was the analyst last time. I think I'm going to be Reggie Payton this time. He is a researcher.
Sure. I'll be...
Now, it does actually give a job task. It says you are responsible for accessing the database, logging in, opening documents, and entering evidence signatures.
Okay.
Which, you don't have to be the one responsible for it, but it gives you a task to do. But it doesn't give you any real
I was
powers.
the note taker the other
You
game,
were the
and I
note
took
taker.
lots of notes.
Well, you always take the notes.
Yeah. So I'll be her again. I liked her.
Was that Mariana Benitez? Yes.
Yeah.
Note taker.
Yeah, sure. So unlike the other detective, like these guys don't have powers. The other one, you do have little abilities and starting tokens and stuff that you're using. Right now, we only have 4 of these little tokens here. And these will help us explore these cards further.
Right. So you're going to start off with 6 minus the number of players.
Okay.
So that's how many you're going to start off with. And it says, okay, so let me go ahead and read the backstory for Natural Causes. Yeah. And we're not going to play through the whole game.
No,
we're just going to play through a couple of interactions just so we're not going to spoil it for you.
Right.
Just so you guys can see how the sort of interactions
and
work
what not to do.
Well, potentially.
Unless you think we're on a roll. I think we're going to try something new this time.
Yeah, maybe so.
And go a different way.
Right. April 14th, 2019, 8 a.m., Richmond, Virginia. When you entered the briefing room on the first floor, Delaware, your boss, is already there waiting for you. Photos and documents are already displayed on the wall monitors. The file folder's name is Campus 19. It's almost like COVID-19.
I know,
not
right?
Quite. I was looking at that and I was like, that's odd. We've caught another unusual case, Delaware says when all the team members are in the room. This time the FBI contacted us. He sees the surprise on your faces, then smiles and nods. Interesting, right? But first things first. Yesterday, the body of Professor Calvin Higgs was found in his lab at the Biology Institute, which shares some rooms with the Forensic Science Department of Virginia Commonwealth University. A photo of 3 scientists posing in a lab appears on the screens. Higgs is the one on the right. He's the youngest. Next to him are Professor Joel Wolski and Professor Zellinger. They all work at the Biology Institute. Higgs was, by all accounts, an outstanding scientist, as well as an FBI consultant. At first glance, his death looked accidental, but due to his association with the Bureau, the FBI arranged through back channels for a detailed autopsy. It turns out that someone probably helped Higgs leave this world. The Bureau entrusted us with this case, so we'd better not let them down. Delaware gives everyone a stern look. Photos of the university campus and its neighborhood appear on the monitors. Find out who murdered Higgs and why. I want a preliminary report. Preliminary report. Take 2. Preliminary report in my hands as soon as possible. Good luck.
All right.
So,
what are our choices? What do we do? What do we see?
Our goal is to find out who murdered Professor Higgs and the motive for the crime. We will be asked questions at the end. That's what gives us points.
Yeah.
So, it tells us where to put the timer and the car and how many clue tokens we get. Is it clue tokens? What do they call these things?
At research?
They call these skill tokens.
Ooh, skill tokens. Okay.
And it says read files at 100 and gain portrait number 7. So I'm going to go on the Antares database and I'm going to click file. Done. At 100.
So who's number 7?
And all this says is prepare your notebooks and pencils. Get some good coffee and get to work. On behalf of the authors of this game, best of luck. Really? That's all you've got for us on this?
Good luck.
Good luck. So that's the only time that they're going to say good luck on it.
The screen is all...
Uh-oh.
Okay.
There you go. Got a little bit of pink screen
it.
action.
Who is this guy?
Who is this guy?
He's number 7.
Guy. That might be Higgs. It does not say.
It doesn't say, so we don't know. We probably Higgs. Dead.
So here are our options, and maybe we can ask everyone what they think we should do.
Yeah, I mean, if you have anything to say,
Right,
let us know.
and we'll let them sort of forge
Drive
this
it.
path.
Yeah.
We can examine the medical examiner's report in dissecting room 101. We'd have to go to the lab for that, though.
That's across the way.
Right.
So we would have to spend an hour to get to the lab.
We can examine the crime scene at 102 on the campus. We can contact the FBI about the nature of Higgs's work, number 103, headquarters.
So we'd have to drive to there, too.
Right. Or we can talk to the local police about their initial investigation into the case, and that's card number 104, the police station.
Well, I think it makes sense to stay on campus for now.
It does make sense.
Since
to stay
we're
on campus.
already,
We're already
here. We can give it a few seconds.
Gonna
but
see if anyone has any sort of suggestions.
I don't know if the local police will know much about it.
Well, it depends, because they might already be, working with.
The FBI.
They might already be working with Higgs,
Right.
or might have already started investigating things.
Yeah, I'm not
So,
sure.
no suggestions from anyone. Let's go ahead and do number 102, unless it's just not popped up on the screen yet.
Well,
there is I believe a 30-second delay. So,
sure.
all right, we're gonna look at 102. Is
Yeah.
that correct? That
Yeah.
is examine the crime scene on the campus.
Okay.
All right. So when I draw card number 102, it says, let me get this a little closer.
It's a lot of words.
1 hour, and
1
there's
hour.
quite a bit of story here.
Tick tock.
Tick tock, 1 hour's gone. That's where I found him, the cleaner says. It was before 7 a.m. The woman opens the door. That was a woman.
It's an old woman.
The woman opens the door and leads you to the laboratory. The air inside is refreshingly chilly but smells strange. It's all the chemicals, the cleaner explains, noticing your expression. They do some awful experiments here. I don't even want to know about it. You look around the spacious, well-lit room. On the huge laboratory table, there are microscopes, plastic containers for specimens, blank monitors, as well as files with notes and various smaller things. There's a huge freezer in the corner, and on the shelves on the wall are rows of glass jars. When you get closer, you realize they contain preserved human parts. Kidneys, livers, eyeballs, whole hands and feet. His office is in the north wing, but he didn't spend a lot of time there. He spent his days here with Professor Zellinger and Dr. Wolski before Wolski moved to Chicago. Which desk belonged to Higgs, you ask, trying to ignore the jars and their contents. This one. She points at the last laboratory desk next to the window. You look outside. Students' faces glued to their mobile phones are lying on the grass, surrounded by flowers. The scene is beautiful, calm. Did someone clean here after Higgs was found, you ask, drawing a circle with your finger, making it clear that you mean the whole room. At first I thought that the professor had just fainted, but that it wasn't anything serious. Once the ambulance left, I came back to do the cleaning, because they sometimes check. It's not that easy to get a job like this. Then I heard that it was a heart attack and that he died. Now they say he was killed and that I shouldn't have touched anything. But how can I know that? She seems worried that you'll reprimand her. You reassure her that she couldn't have known. Unfortunately, you know you're probably wasting your time here. You won't find anything. You're 2 days late. There are several old coffee stains on the desk, but it has clearly been cleaned. The trash bin is empty. The keyboard is spotless. If there was a clue here, it's been swept away with the dirt. So, we can, at the bottom of the card, there is a skill token. If we spend one of our 4 clue tokens.
We only have 4.
We can spend a clue token to keep looking for clues. And then we can turn the card over. If we turn the card over, we're spending the clue.
Do you want to know what's on the back?
So, I don't know.
I don't know. There's so many cards, and we might need these clues later.
Hey, Derek.
Hello. Oh, the trench coat really puts her in the mood.
Oh, yeah?
It's very thematic.
I think so.
I don't have a trench coat.
You got the cool hat, too, so. All right.
Need a magnifying glass.
I need a magnifying glass. Let's look closer. Here's what we can do for further leads. We can examine the security camera footage.
Okay.
That's card 111. It's
Seems
also on
good.
campus.
Yes.
We can talk to Professor Zellinger about Higgs's final days. It's card 108 on campus. Or we can go to Higgs's office and talk to his assistant, 119, on campus. Now, if we want, we can keep this card available to us. And the next time we're at campus, if we think we need to search for more clues, then we can access it, but we'd have to spend our clue token. And we'd have to come back to the campus.
Well, should we talk to somebody else while we're here?
We
or
can.
should we go to the lab and spend an hour and try and get, like, more info?
Inspector Gadget.
Yeah. Inspector Gadget.
Elementary. All right, so
What do you want to do?
what do they want to do?
I don't know. Nobody's given us any. Save the clues. Okay,
Save the clues. Don't
we're
spend
not
the
gonna
clues.
we're not gonna look further because it's been cleaned.
Right.
Totally.
I mean, we'd have to get really lucky. To
I
find
think the
something.
lady didn't have anything to do with it.
No, I think she was. I think she's innocent.
I think she's innocent.
So, do we examine the security camera footage? Do we talk to Professor Zellinger, or do we talk to the assistant?
Charlotte loved your joke.
I stole it off of Reddit.
It was a good
That's where
joke.
some of the best jokes come from, or maybe it's Facebook. I can't remember. Anyway, so, not you two again.
Not you two again.
People tell us that all the time.
Yeah, it's true. I get it all the time.
Not you two again.
Not you two.
All right.
All right. I don't know. What do you want to do? What else is on the campus? What are our options for campus?
Those are our campus options. We also still have everything that we had.
Should we see the security cameras?
We can see the security cameras if you want.
I don't know. Is that gonna? I mean, there's no sound with this because we actually looked at.
We looked at
before.
the security cameras.
Because we felt it was really.
They look
important.
just like security camera footage.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Should we show? We should go look at it.
absolutely. Let's go look at the
I
security
feel
cameras.
like most people choose to go look at the security footage.
Absolutely. So we're gonna get card 111.
Footage. Boom. That's right. Pete.
Look at that. Pete knows.
Pete knows.
All right. So card 111. 2 hours.
2 hours goes tick-tock. I mean,
Tick-tock.
we're already at 19 hours out of our 22. Do we know anything yet? No.
Excuse me. No.
No.
David Priest, director of the company providing security on the university campus, started preparing the evidence as soon as he learned that Higgs's death was suspicious. Priest is a former policeman, and his cooperation makes everything go smoothly. Still, going through the material will take hours. We have to read.
So, if you can see, down here, it will give us all these different things to input into the Atari so we can get that footage.
Antares?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, not Atari.
Antares.
You'll
I
get
don't
there.
know. I'll get there.
You'll get there.
I don't know how to talk.
All right, so let's see. We're going to read other at 111A. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in other at 111A.
Yep.
And then we're going to do search.
Search.
And hey, look. We've got actual security camera footage with a little portal logo up at the top. So this is all that we get to see on this. Let's see if we can flip-flop this. There we go.
There's no sound or anything, so...
It does give you a time at the top, though.
It does give you that time. So it looks like
Oh, some sort of struggle going on.
Higgs has something that guy wants. Or that guy is just... I don't know what that guy's doing.
That's 9 p.m. as well. So, oh, look, and little Imperial Settlers things afterwards. Wow, that's an amazing discovery.
No.
The Imperial Settlers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a different game.
That is a different game. So, let's see. What else do we have? Other at 111.
Do you think he was having a heart attack?
I don't know.
Do you think Higgs was having a heart attack?
I
That
think
was
he
him
was-
having a heart attack? Is that when he died?
I don't believe
I thought he
so.
died at like 11 p. Let me see if it tells me in that.
See, it's got a date. I wasn't able to show the date on there, but the date was the 10th. This is the 11th, the following day.
Yeah.
So here's Higgs with a woman who is not happy with those files that she just got.
Yeah, he died on April 14th at 8 a.m.
No, that's when we're meeting.
That's when we meet.
Right.
Yeah.
He died on the 13th, 12th or 13th, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So 111C.
I think he got punched or he got like some sort of roughhoused.
Some sort of roughhoused?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the last video for you.
And it is April 11th at 6 p.m.
So this guy, Higgs
is catching up to somebody.
Maybe it's his partner.
It's got like a striped suit jacket on.
Yep.
Or shirt.
Could be another professor.
Talking basically in the parking lot or something, maybe? Or in a parking garage?
This guy kind of looks mad.
Higgs is looking a little frustrated.
They're both... Oh, that
he
guy
just sort of blew him off, right?
I think they're like yelling at each other.
I think so. So, now once you've already got this in
you can go back at any
database,
time and see it.
You've got everything at the bottom here. You've got your other, which are all of your
videos,
security camera footage, and you've got that files at 100, which was basically that hello intro.
Hello.
Good luck intro.
Good luck.
Good luck. You're going to need it.
Gonna neutralize that area again.
All right. At the bottom, it says spend a clue to make sure these are all the files.
So, let you guys decide if you want, if we should spend the clue or save it.
His name was Higgs, and I'm Bosun Michael.
Yes.
So we get the Higgs boson reference.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
So, like, there's, like, the Higgs boson. It's like a physics particle. I got it.
I don't know.
I'm a degreed chemist with a physics minor. I understand what a Higgs boson is.
Okay, good. I'm glad somebody does.
However, boson actually comes from where I work. I work for a technology company named Boson Software.
Yeah, that's true.
We create learning products for IT certification. So that's where the name comes from. Anyway, no relation to Higgs. So, do we spend the clue?
I don't know. Nobody answered. So
nobody's saying anything.
I don't know. Where do we have to? We're still on campus, so
we are still on campus.
We could still do other campusy type things, like go to class or something.
Yeah, we can like go eat at the.
We have 19 hours left.
We can go eat at the campus cafeteria.
Ooh.
No, we can't do that.
Yay. Ooh. I don't know. I was hoping somebody would say either spend a token or not. But what are our other choices for campus?
We can talk to Professor Zellinger about Higgs's final days. That person who was in the parking garage might be Zellinger.
That's what I'm thinking.
It looks like a work associate.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So, maybe we should give it a shot.
I don't know who the woman is, and I don't know who the guy attacking Higgs is. So that might actually be.
Now we're getting a vote for spend the token.
Misty says spend a token.
You only live
Charlotte
once.
says spend the clue.
Okay, let's do it. Two votes for spending the clue. Oh boy.
Great job, you say. Thanks for preparing the material. No problem. He looks a little evasive. Is that all? You ask, putting a bit of steel in your voice. Yes. And there's a little code on here. You'll notice on some of these cards it says HSL. That means you can detect a high stress level.
Oh.
Whenever it's low stress, he's probably not lying to you. Whenever it says medium stress, maybe they're just a little upset about the situation. When it says high stress level, you're detecting a lie. So if you ever see that, you probably know to press further. You look at him unflinchingly in silence. After a moment, Priest sighs. There was more footage. High stress level again. Was? Seed deleted it. Seed? The janitor. He had an argument with Higgs. There was footage of him punching Higgs and pushing him up against the wall the day before he died. When Higgs was found, Seed got scared. He came here and deleted the footage from the archives. Medium stress level. How did he get access? Why didn't you mention this before? He's the head janitor, so he has keys to every room in every building. I don't think it has any bearing on what happened with Higgs.
Uh-oh.
There was something personal going on between Higgs and Seed's daughter. Seed decided to make it clear that he didn't like the fact that a married man was messing around with his daughter. Low stress level. So that's probably true. That last part. The mystery deepens.
Oh my goodness. So what are you thinking?
That might actually be a good clue to have spent.
Yeah.
So the question here is...
Seed deleted footage.
So we have the head janitor where he deleted footage of something that was going on. But see, here's the thing. When Higgs was attacked in the parking lot, that's not what Seed deleted.
Right.
So was that Seed or was that someone completely different?
I don't know. I'm thinking
That's the question.
Thinking he deleted footage of Higgs and his daughter together.
And maybe so.
Doing something racy.
I don't know.
Told
so here's the question. Do you start going after the head janitor? Do you start looking for the woman? Maybe the woman was Seed's daughter.
Right.
The fact that a married man was messing around with his daughter.
So he has a wife.
Maybe that's Higgs's wife in that second video.
Oh.
And maybe something going along with Professor Zellinger or whoever that was in the striped coat in that third video. There are lots of leads to pursue.
It could be anything. Everybody has motive.
And we've got 19 hours
We only have 19 hours to try and find it and piece it all together.
So, but we don't want to spoil.
No, I think that's a good place to stop.
I think that's a really good start to get you guys really interested in, hey, we're just, 3 hours into it.
Yeah.
We've got 19 more hours that are available to us. 3 more of those clue tokens.
And we have so many paths
and
to
so
look
many,
at.
Yeah, I mean, there are so many things we can do. I think we only saw maybe, half the cards?
We literally saw 2 cards right now.
Right.
And there's a deck of cards.
It's a deck of 23 cards total.
So, and you're only gonna the rules say you only see about 10 to 12 or something.
Right.
So you're gonna see maybe half of them.
And if you fail, that's when you reset and you can do
you
it.
just do it again, and maybe you'll do better, or maybe you won't.
Well, it's not hard to do better than 4 out of 18.
I mean, I'm sure people will do better than us because we just failed it.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, that was a lot of fun. So, highly recommend it. It comes
definitely worth picking up.
Yeah.
It resets easily. You just put everything right back in order.
In order, yeah.
And store it all in the box, and then your friends can play it.
Yeah. And like I said, it plays really quickly, and depending on how much you debate and how much you want to try and talk it out. But
and it's even better if you have someone doing voices.
Oh yeah.
I mean that
much better when there's voices involved. And a trench coat.
And a trench coat. and a hat.
Yeah. That. So this is Detective Season 1. I think it's just out right now. Great.
And then there'll be Season 2, and then maybe a Season 0.
No, that's a different series, I think you're thinking.
Maybe so.
So yeah. Stay tuned. We have more games coming.
More games. What are we playing today? We're going to be playing the game.
Promenade?
The game was it Quick and Easy?
Yes.
The game Quick and Easy.
Probably several games of the game.
Much better than the game. And the original.
Yeah.
And Promenade.
Yeah.
Yep.
Coming up.
Coming up.
Thanks for stopping by with Detective.
See you soon.